Welcome to I'm Blown. Atul and I have been chatting about the various topics that we covered, and we realize there's a common thread that we are finding, that we're always blown when we see stuff on the roads, funny stuff, pedestrians, cars, driving, etiquettes, and so on and so forth. So we thought it would be fun to do a bunch of mini episodes on stuff that we see on the road and things that blow our mind. Atul, when you have to take a left, you give a left indicate. But in India, we know that the prevalent way of sort of telling the world that you're moving left is to put your arms out.
Yeah, especially for a two-wheeler guy, that's acceptable.
Was always the case, probably the case even now. But in Ahmedabad, if you do drive, you'll see an auto guy not put his hand out. He'll put his leg out. And the first time I saw it, I was in splits. And it blew my mind. Why do you think that innovation happened in Ahmedabad?
I mean, I don't even know where to begin talking about what is the possibility. But what I find fascinating with that is that other people expect it, right? Because if other people don't expect it, then it wouldn't work. But clearly it works because all the other drivers are looking for the leg coming out, right? Because then they'll know what he or she is doing. But it is incredible. I've never seen that.
And I've not been able to explain it at any point in time. My first explanation is, you know what? Here's a very entrepreneurial auto rickshaw guy having a very boring day, and he says, you know what? Kyun na hum log aise kare?
Yeah.
And that became the norm, right? That was my first explanation. But then I saw a Shakespeare play.
Okay.
This was a very unique Shakespeare play. It was supposed to be a comedy version of Hamlet. If you think Hamlet is a tragic story, it's going to be a comedy version of Hamlet. The audience going into that probably have read Hamlet, and now they need to be taken away from that tragic variation to a comedic variation. It may not happen naturally. So guess what the director does? He converts the language from Shakespearean to English, Mexican English.
Okay.
So he takes you away and it distracts you. And I have a sense that one person says, you know what? I want to be different. I want to make sure that the person behind me does not ignore that hand. And therefore, this is my way to stand up.
But it's interesting, that over the years, I mean, growing up when I was a kid, people going on two-wheelers, they would use their hands because most two-wheelers didn't have indicator light, which they do now. So you don't really see too much of the hand sticking out kind of thing. Though a lot of people have mobile phones that they're using even on two-wheelers. And of course, the right hand kind of uses to accelerate. So you're using the left hand when you're comfortable not changing gears or whatever, or braking, which is dangerous, but whatever. But this leg thing left me completely flummoxed because it's like, somewhere on the line of progression, you would think that now indicator, but maybe those three-wheelers don't have indicator lights, so this works.
No, maybe the person just feels, you know what, I shouldn't take the hands off there. I should keep control. And the safer thing to do is to take the leg off the clutch or the does it?
That's a fascinating idea.
I don't even know, right?
That's a clutch would be on the
the legs are totally.
The legs are free in that sense.
That's probably it.
Maybe the right leg just needs to brake, but the left one is free.
And every time I think about roads, I'm convinced that despite there must be a rule written somewhere in the books of all the sort of safety regulations saying you have to put the indicator, but norms are so much more important.
Ahmedabad is ahead of the world, clearly. It's ahead of India, ahead of the world. This is the way you need to drive the world over from now on.
So this was interesting, and I've only seen it in Gujarat. In fact, more in Ahmedabad because that's where I've traveled. But apparently it's prevalent across Gujarat. And probably some 30 years back, one innovator had thought about it, and then that spread across.
A real I'm blown moment.
Yeah, I'm blown moment. So this is it. The roads always surprise us. So do join us again.
You'll be back with another one soon.
Yep. See you guys.